safety. Hello, welcome to Pawsuasive dog teaching. Today we are going to be a dog park safety video. First off, we would like to warn everybody, dog parks are dangerous. I repeat, dog parks are dangerous. And our dog parks are not a place for untaught dogs or little human kids. I've seen full-grown adults get taken down by dogs playing, including myself. Pretty cool trick, Ruby holding the tree on the nose, but she's supposed to wait until I say get it. The two main things that your dog should learn before going up to the dog park is recall and leave it. It is so important to have your dog under voice control at the dog park. It's for your dog's safety and other dogs' safety. I cannot stress this enough. And also, before you go up to the dog park, exercise your dog before you go. Get rid of the excess energy so that way they're not so hyped up and amped up, which is what we are about ready to do. We've been playing fetch for a little while now, and it looks like it's a short break time. Well, I think we burned off the excess energy. So we're about ready to head on up to the dog park. But the reason why you want to also teach your dog a good recall and the leave it command. The recall is, let's say you see a dog that's toy aggressive or treat aggressive or just aggressive, period. The recall is to be able to call your dog away from that dog. You do not want your dog playing with that dog at all. Don't matter if that dog plays with most dogs just fine. If it gets aggressive with toys or treats, don't let your dog play with that. It's just a disaster waiting to happen. The reason why you teach your dog the leave it command is that way if there is a dog that is toy or treat aggressive, you could just simply tell your dog to leave it and your dog knows to leave it, so that way there's not a conflict. So those are the two main things that I suggest that your dog should have down just perfectly before you head on up to the dog park for your very first time. Round two. And I'm burning off the excess energy today. Drop it. Good job. Good girl. Oh, I thought she was going to catch that. Thought she was going to get that. Oh, another thing. Before you go up to the dog park, do not feed your dog right before you go. Because if they're doing a lot of exercise and everything else, if they get hot, they'll just throw it right back up. It's not healthy for the dog. And it's just a waste of money. I think Ruby's getting worn out for the second time. So I think we're about ready to go on up to the dog park. Continue filming there. Another thing, it is so important to have the right gear for the dog park. Choke chains and prong collars are a huge no-no at the dog park. I've seen prong collars get caught up on other dogs' gear, caught up on shrubbery. Those are training devices only. They are not meant for the dog park at all. Personally, I'm not fond of collars either. I'm a harness user, even though I need to get a new harness for Ruby. If you want to play some more, you gotta go get a ball. You gotta get a ball. All right, maybe we're gonna go for round 3. Yep, maybe we're gonna go for round 3 here. Maybe not. She just sees this thing in my hand, so she goes crazy. These things are so awesome. You don't have to touch the nasty slabbery ball. Give me your harness. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Ruby, come here. Hey, come here. She doesn't actually like the harness though. She hates this. Usually I'm surprised that she's not barking at me, telling me no, she don't want it. Ruby, come. But she is going off camera. Nope. Boop it. Yes, good girl. Wow, she's not protesting when I put it on. This is amazing. Ruby, now you gotta get your leash. Yes, good girl. Ruby, come here. Come here. She's like, I don't want this on, Dad. Oh, come here. Come here. Sit. Good girl. Another reason why I like harnesses at the dog park is that you got so many areas to grab a hold of if your dog should happen to get in a fight. And this is further away from your dog's mouth where the action, most of the action is going to be in a dog fight. So you can grab it several different ways. You got a handle. You can grab it from underneath here. I mean, there's just so many areas that you can grab your dog away from the other dog to help break up the dog fight. But running away, the best thing to have to break up dog fights are air horns. Air horns work like a charm. Ain't that right, Ruby? Speaking of gear, also make sure that you have the proper gear. Do not wear clothes that you do not want to get dirty. Because especially if you bring treats, dogs will most likely jump up on you. Because not all the owners take the time to teach your dog simple things like to leave it, recall, or anything like that. So you always got to be on the guard. And by the way, what you all think of the new t-shirt? This will be the maiden voyage and got the big logo on the back. So, well, I think we are about ready to head on out to the dog park. I think we got everything filmed. This is our cheat sheet for today. I figured it might be handy to have a cheat sheet today since there's so many things that we can do to keep our dogs safe at the dog park. And if you are in the Kansas City area and would like to know all about our dog parks, go up to Kansas City Metro Dog Parks up on Facebook, and we have pictures and some videos of all the dog parks in the Kansas City area and then some. So please like and subscribe to our channel here. We need your support. We would love your support. Ruby is not allowed to go across that line, the front line of the garage there. Right there. So she's just waiting for me to call her. Ruby, ready to go? All right, come on. Come on. Ruby, come. she's already worn out, which is good. This is what you want. Ruby, in. All right, pull it in. Hey, Ruby, pull it in, girl. Good girl, good girl. Way to go. Oh, we're off to the dog park. What's his name?
His name is Joe.
Joe. How old is he?
Names. Joe is almost 13, and today's his last day at the dog park.
Last day at the dog park?
Yeah.
Oh no. Another thing I like to do when we come up to the dog park, I make Ruby give me her leash before we go in the dog park. Ruby, give me your leash. Yes, good girl. And of course, you know, so even though once I got a hold of the leash, she doesn't jump out, which is a good girl. Ruby, come. Come. Good girl. Here's what a fenced-in entrance looks like right here. Ruby. However, it looks like they got the dog park closed today. When you get to the dog park, always make sure you check out the rules of the dog park. And looks like we won't be filming in the big dog park today. This is my favorite dog park that I like to go to. This is a dog park that I would love to put in some agility stuff. So help Pawsuasive dog teaching out and to help this dog park put in some agility stuff. So please share the video. See, even the small dog park has rules posted. When you come up to the dog park, please take your dog to the area that's designated for your size of your dog. A lot of dog parks here in KC have a large dog park and a small dog park. If you have a small dog, go to the small dog side. You know, we appreciate that. However, small dogs are still welcomed over in the big, large dog park. And something else that when you get to the dog park, if you're not sure if your dog's going to get along with other dogs, walk your dog along the outside of the dog park, you know, if they have any bad reactions, you know here. So just walk them along the outside. So I know my Ruby plays really good with most dogs. She doesn't like snippy dogs, so if I see a fearful dog or something like that, I make sure I keep Ruby away from her because I don't want that other dog snipping at Ruby and then Ruby going ballistic. So it's so important. Since the large dog park is closed and the small dog park looks extremely muddy, and I don't exactly want to get my new Pawsuasive t-shirt all muddy, we're gonna go find a different dog park. Alright, we're up here at Dogwood in Lee Summit, Missouri. Like I said, always look at the rules before you enter the dog park. It's part of the Lee Summit Parks and Recreation. We appreciate their like support up on our Facebook page on the Kansas City Metro Dog Parks, by the way. Now, we're gonna go ahead and enter the dog park, finally. Ruby's so excited. She got teased earlier. We went to Swope Dog Park to do the filming up there. Here's some more park rules. And there's actually 2 entrances to the dog park. But make sure that when you pick the dog parks, they've got a fenced-in entrance that helps also from dogs escaping. But this is the area is when you let your dog off leash. Ruby, you know what you need to do. Good girl. Also, when you enter the dog park, make sure there's no other dogs up at the gate. If there are dogs up around at the gate, please ask the owner to remove their dog from the entrance of the gate. Majority of the dog fights at dog parks happen at the gate because dogs are guarding the gate. So also, do not let your dog sit here at the gate. But Ruby's real anxious to go in. And yep. She went straight for that water feature. See, you should not be letting your leash hang up here at the front entrance. You should always have your leash around you. It's pretty good to just have it draped around your neck. See how that dog's fur is kind of going up? That means they're getting too excited. Ruby, come on. Leave that dog alone. Ruby, leave the dog alone. Ruby, come. Ruby, leave that dog alone. Keep your dog away from dogs, and if your dog starts getting their fur off like that, just call them to calm them down. Another thing that you want to do at the dog park is test the recall while you're at the dog park. This helps reinforce your recall, and plus it also, if you only call your dog when you're about ready to leave the dog park, then your dog's going to catch on that, hey, every time that I get called, we're leaving. And a lot of times dogs, hey, they're like kids. They don't want to leave the dog park. So, Ruby, come. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, you are. And just do that every so often. You don't have to do it a lot, but it helps to reinforce the good recall. But the main reason that you want to reinforce the recall is that way your dog will come back to you when you want. And also, if you see a dog that might be aggressive, that your dog may not get along with, it's just good to have. And also, if you see a dog that's toy aggressive or treat aggressive and you don't want your dog near them, call your dog back to it. Pretty cool little water feature, if you must ask. Another thing at the dog park, do not let your dog overplay another dog. Some dogs just kind of watch the behavior. Sometimes dogs are just like, hey, gotta lay off a little bit. Call your dog off, be aware. And that's another thing, when you're at the dog park, always pay attention to your dog. Never leave them out of your sight. And there goes Ruby and Blaze out of my sight. So it looks like we need to go up there a little bit more. Also, do not let your dog jump on others. And if they do, please don't get mad. Gotta remain calm, correct your dog. Do not let your dogs dig at the dog park. You know, that creates holes in the dog park, which is trip hazards for dogs and humans alike. Plus, it just destroys our dog park. Let's keep our dog parks as pretty as possible. And plus, if you can catch your dog digging, it's a good time to teach them not to dig. You don't want them digging in your own backyard, so show the same respect for the dog parks. Do not let your dog dig. Also, sometimes in the winter, like in the more northern dog parks, the water will be off. So please make sure when you take your dog to the dog park, in the winter time, if the water's off, bring your own water. It's very important that your dog gets proper hydration while they're at the dog park. However, don't let them drink too much, so that can cause issues as well. Also, the larger the dog park, the better, because then dogs have more free roam, I guess you could say, more freedom, or there's more places to be set where the dogs aren't so crowded, so close together. I'm surprised Ruby hasn't gotten her fur up yet today. Usually she's pretty good about that. Maybe she's finally learned every time that she puts her fur up, she gets to be kind of in timeout just for a few minutes. And something with dogs and toys, even if your dog brings up a toy and if you see another dog that's toy aggressive, have your dog still back off. It's not worth pride over your toy over having your dog get in a dog fight because another dog is toy aggressive. Go to the owner and politely ask for the toy back. You know, most people up at the dog parks I have met are really, really nice people. Dog people are just cool. And I'm sure you all recognize Blazy Blazerton today. And if your dog is being overplayed by another dog, don't get mad. If the owner won't call its dog off or their dog off, just go to your car, wait for a bit until they leave. So, did somebody steal your ball, Ruby? Ha 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 ha. She thinks I got something. Huh? Ruby says, subscribe to the channel, like, and share our pages up on Facebook. The links will be in the description below. And always, please remember, keep the teaching fun.